Hi, this is Dave Hoskins again, here to talk about Chapter 7 bankruptcy. And today we're going to talk about just part of Chapter 7 bankruptcy because it's a complicated topic. There's a lot of aspects to it. But mostly we're going to talk about that part of Chapter 7 bankruptcy where the trustee is going to take from you any unprotected property, what's referred to as non-exempt property. So, once again, Chapter 7 bankruptcy, you give up non-exempt property, unprotected property, and then you get a discharge of your debts. Okay, so in a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, the trustee is going to take your non-exempt property, he's going to sell it, and use the proceeds to pay your creditors. Okay, and so non-exempt property. What's non-exempt property? Property that is not protected from your creditors, is not protected from the bankruptcy trustee. So most of what you own is protected because the law protects the necessities of living: place to live, a car to drive, food, clothing, furniture, not some of the money in your bank accounts, retirement funds, totally protected. So, for example, in Colorado, everybody has a $7,500 exemption for up to 2 personal automobiles. So, for example, you own a car, it's worth $10,000, and you have a loan balance on it of $5,000. So you have $2,500 of equity in that vehicle. If the car was sold, pay off the loan, there's $2,500 left. Well, that is protected because you have a $7,500 automobile exemption. Okay. Another example in Colorado, homestead exemption, protection for a home up to $75,000. Okay. Now, once again, the example: home is worth $250,000. Your mortgage balance is $200,000. $50,000 of equity, totally protected because you have a $75,000 homestead exemption that protects your home from your creditors, from the bankruptcy trustee. Okay, now, if you are 60 years of age or older, or if you are disabled, then your automobile exemption is $12,500 for up to 2 automobiles. Your homestead exemption is $105,000. And so, anyway, those are just 2 examples. So, the trustee is going to take your non-exempt property, your unprotected property, and sell it. So, determining the value of your property is very important. The value of your home is most easily determined by knowing what it will sell for, what a home like yours will sell for. And I think the easiest way to find that out is call up a realtor and say, hey, I'm thinking about selling my house. What do you think I'm going to get for it? Okay, and they'll do a nice report for you called a current market analysis. They'll put it in writing. Or the value of your automobile, I think, is most easily determined by looking online. Kelley Blue Book has a website, kbb.org, I think, it may be kbb.com, or NADA, also NADA.com. Either one of those places, you look for the trade-in value of your automobile. And that's most likely what the value is going to be in a bankruptcy, and that's the value that a trustee is looking for. Now, in Chapter 7 bankruptcy, if you want to keep non-exempt property, okay, you've got a classic car that's worth $20,000 and you don't owe any money on it, then in a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, you would have to pay the trustee the difference between your exemption and the value of that car. So if you had an exemption of $7,500 and a $20,000 car, you got to come up with $12,500. Well, not very likely, not for my clients in Chapter 7 bankruptcy. So in Chapter 7 bankruptcy, you either, if you have the means to come up and pay for that, then the bankruptcy trustee is more than happy to sell that car to you. Otherwise, in order to keep that car in bankruptcy, you would have to go to Chapter 13, and that's a topic for another discussion on another day. So, my next video is once again going to be Chapter 7, and the question is, can you keep your home in a Chapter 7 bankruptcy? Can you keep your car in a Chapter 7 bankruptcy? The short answer is, well, yes, if you can continue to pay for it, and if the equity in the property is protected. So those are complicated subjects, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.